Howdy folks, with No Man's Sky's Orbital update bringing such heavy-hitting headlines as new space stations and starship building, it's only natural that a few other additions might go overlooked. So let's take a look at a few that I think are worth talking about. I'm Kanaju, and these are the 5 coolest overlooked features in
No Man's Sky
Orbital. And if by the end of this video you found it interesting, do consider liking the video or even clicking that subscribe button. In clinical studies, both have been shown to improve my mood. Your results may vary though. Alright, so I have a short list here of 5 features that I believe fit the criteria of being both cool and overlooked. If you're interested in hearing about the space stations and shipbuilding and things that are cool but not overlooked, feel free to check out my last episode of the Deep Space Travel Break. I go into great detail about those, as well as speculating about what could be coming next to No Man's Sky, as well as a few other relevant topics. So if you're interested after this, give that a listen. I'll put a link at the end of the video or in the description. However, before I get to the 5 features that are on this list, I would like to do a lightning round of honorable mentions. Bear with me, this will only take a few seconds, I promise. So, number 10. A number of new alien words have been added, ready to learn and translate. Number 9. Reflective surfaces look better than ever. Told you these were fast. Number 8. You can now switch your active starship while aboard space stations. Just use your quick menu. Number 7. UI improvements. These range from the main menu, to the in-game patch notes, the new game screen, to the options menus. Lots of small improvements all over the place. Number 6. I designed these kiosk ads. Wait, what? Who put that in the script? Anywho, we've arrived at our proper list, the top 5. Let's continue. Number 5. Space Station Merchants. While it's pretty obvious that the appearance of space station merchants have been dramatically improved, their wares have also received some attention. The patch notes read, Space Station Technology Merchants now have a wider range of upgrades, with more high-quality modules available. In practical terms, there's a more even distribution of upgrade classes from these merchants. Starship upgrade merchants also sell the cores needed for starship building. My favorite update, though, is the implementation of reputation-based discounts. The higher your standing with the station's controlling faction, the better your discount. There was a bug at launch that caused my discount to give me the max number of nanites. Happened to a lot of people, so I don't really need the discount anymore, but from a non-maxed out perspective, it's a great way to reward players who spend more time among one group or another. Finally, tangible incentives for improving faction standing, right? Also, we finally have procedural mannequins, which I'm also extremely happy about. I mean, these displays are just the coolest, aren't they? Number 4. Guild Envoys. Again, it's impossible to overlook the visual changes to Guild Envoys, so it's the mechanics we'll be looking at. Firstly, Guild Envoys now offer a ton of great items that you normally wouldn't find in a space station. Upgrade modules, warp hypercores, condensed carbon, it's great stuff. Availability of those items to you is based on your standing with the present guild. And again, finally some tangible benefits for increasing standing. Item selection varies by guild, and some of the best items are actually free. It's really great. It's directly influenced how I use space stations, in fact. Instead of ignoring Guild Envoys like I have for years, I now stop by for goodies in every station I visit, and I make sure to donate when I can. Speaking of which, the other side of this coin is the ability to donate supplies to the guilds. Each Guild Envoy now has a selection of items that they're looking for. Donating any of these items will increase your standing with that guild. This dramatically alters how we interact with guilds, believe it or not. Previously, the only way to increase standing was to complete guild missions from the mission agent. Now, each guild has a secondary path. You can rank up in the Merchants Guild by trading with them, Pretty cool. You can find the stuff to give the Explorers Guild by, you guessed it, exploring the universe. Even the Mercenaries Guild makes sense, as according to the patch notes, quote, vanquished pirate starships now yield pirate transponders, which can be donated to the Mercenaries Guild for a boost to standing. So, fighting pirates on your own time can now help you gain standing with the Mercenaries Guild. It just makes so much sense, right? Combined with the new visuals, guilds finally feel like meaningful factions. Also, bonus overlook change. The Guild Envoys stationed at Planetary Archives also featured the new interactions, which is a welcome improvement. Number 3. Trade Surges. As far as Overlooked goes, this might actually be the big feature I see the least talk about. Trade Surges are an all-new feature that give commerce-focused players a new way to leverage system economies. You can search for a trade surge by activating your starship's economy scanner. Once you select the relevant option, a trade surge event lasting about 3 hours is created. A nearby system will conveniently be marked on your galactic map. This system is experiencing a trade surge and will pay top dollar for specific goods. In the case of my footage, they want goods from a mining economy. So I flew to a nearby mining system, bought a bunch of trade goods, and set off for that marked system. Once there, I can sell these goods at a hefty markup. The game even tracks your profits. It looks like I made like 6.5 million on that single run. You can then rinse and repeat as much as you please. You could also load up your ship with goods from multiple systems at a time, and then sell them all at once if you prefer. It's a cool way to make a quick buck that isn't just completing another mission. It feels a little more independent. It encourages players to interact with the game's underutilized trade economy mechanics, and it introduces another viable playstyle for the space trucker among y'all. Seriously, as of this update, you can now build your own hauler with your own colors, then use your economy scanner to figure out a lucrative trade route. I think it's nifty. Number 2. New base parts. It's always a good day when we get new base building parts. And it's a great day when we get 26 new base building parts in a single update. Base builders rejoice. Blueprints for most of the procedural decorations found in the new space stations are available for purchase from the Space Anomaly. These are high-fidelity assets, and I think they're pretty useful in a lot of cases. Giant neon emblems for each race, very useful. A holographic terrain map, I love it. New terrarium, needed. Kiosks featuring ads I designed that I keep mentioning in every video. Hell yeah. You know me, I love ads. The new parts are scalable and they can be recolored, since they're used in the procedural stations. I'm just itching to build a city or something now, like these parts look really good. Finally, we have one item left on our list. It's been a short video, right? If you're still here though, now would be a good time to leave a like if you're so inclined. If you're not so inclined, well, that's fine too, because this is pre-recorded, so I have to move on regardless. Number 1, frigates. All kinds of frigate fixes and improvements. I could probably have made a video that was just like top 5 frigate improvements in No Man's Sky Orbital. Seriously, but I'll group this all together as one. So first off, pirate frigates, added in the Echoes update, now address you in a more piratey way when you board. That's cool. They can also deploy fighters to help you in a pinch, which makes them more functional. Your frigate fleets are now marked on the galactic map as well, so you can see where each group is deployed at a glance. Additionally, if you're attacked in a system where one of your expeditions is present, those frigates can now deploy aid without your capital ship needing to be present. The biggest change, though, of course, is that frigates can now contact you while they're out on their missions. They can reach you either through your starship communicator or your fleet command terminals. These events introduce new interactions and scenarios. I've only had one so far, but it was pretty neat. My frigate reached out to me about some strange phenomena and asked for advice on how to deal with it. I gave my response, and then later, when I was reviewing the expedition log, I read about the outcome. My advice turned out to be helpful, and the fleet brought back some Quicksilver. Quicksilver? I didn't even know fleet expeditions could still recover Quicksilver. I thought that was a temporary mechanic back in, was it Endurance when they could do that? Anyway, if you remember, that currency is really only earnable through either Nexus missions or time-limited expeditions. So having another way to earn it based on our decisions, super cool. But the new frigate interactions aren't just limited to text choices. According to other folks, they can even call you for help in combat, prompting you to warp to their system to engage in some somewhat unique combat scenarios. It also seems that there are new alien words to learn associated with some of the new interactions. The patch notes claim that your actions in these scenarios will impact the success of your frigate expeditions directly, so that makes it even better. Personally, this is the overlooked feature that has me the most excited. despite my limited interaction with it, because these scenarios accomplish multiple things. Firstly, they give us new interactions and scenarios in which to roleplay and make decisions, always a good thing. They give us some slightly different combat scenarios, also always a plus. Lastly, they make fleet expeditions exciting again. I'm sending my frigates out regularly to try and trigger these new encounters. Prior to this update, I hadn't bothered with them in some time. Seeing frigates on your galactic map, being assisted by them when nearby, being able to help them mid-mission, and seeing your actions impact their success all contribute to making them feel like actual vessels going on adventures. And then of course, when they break down, they come back and you land on them and fix them up. I mean, it's more cohesive now, and I really enjoy that. It seems that making existing features more interactive, useful, and integrated was kind of like a theme of this update. And I, for one, very happy with everything we've been seeing. But what about you? What's your favorite overlooked feature of this update? Is it that, quote, frigate commanders now delegate freighter liaison duties to the first lieutenant? Whatever that means. Or maybe it's that solar ships can now retract their wings when warping. Or maybe it's something that I just completely missed. Let me know in the comments below. And while you're clicking buttons, don't forget the like and subscribe buttons. If you want, of course, no pressure. Either way, thanks for watching. And thank you to all of my current subscribers and valued members of the channel. I promise I'm still working on that 1 hour long No Man's Sky video. Just very slowly. Anyway, better get back to it. Oh, and don't forget, if you're interested in hearing about the big features, space station, procedural generation, the new shipbuilding, even the kiosk ads I designed, as well as a few other things, you can check out my Deep Space Travel Break episode 29 here. Alright, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!